of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
Now we begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Winner Mr. Powers, Staff Janitor Kim Il-sung. 제너럴 카로스, 상업 제너럴 김채원으로
Respected Kim Jong-un, First Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, First Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, guided the firing practice of women's multiple launch rocket system subunit of Unit 851 of the Korean People's Army. He was briefed on the plan of firing practice and the deployment of the artillery subunit. He said, "As I often say, it is necessary to eradicate formalism shown in training. Especially those using the multiple launch rocket system should acquire an inverted habit of conducting all trainings in an atmosphere of real war, ranging from maneuverability to deployment, aiming at targets and firing in conformity with their combat tasks." Seeing the multiple launch rocket system companies which had already been deployed at the firing range, respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un gave an order to remove all of the 7 from the occupying position. Fully displaying the combat capabilities they have consolidated during their regular trainings, the artillery women pulled away the artillery pieces and rapidly deployed them in the firing area set by the respective Supreme Commander and finished preparations for firing. Upon the order, the multiple launch rocket system subunits started firing according to the order and method of firing set by him. Looking at the target engulfed in flames, respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un expressed great satisfaction, saying the artillery women are good at shelling and make a good hit, and they're really answerable. He said the artillery women of the unit could make a good hit even in the present situation, as they have intensively conducted trainings, keeping deep in their hearts the demand of the party for conducting vigorous movement to become crack shots, and highly appreciate the successful firing practice. He expressed the belief that the artillery women would put greater spurs to completion of combat preparedness and strengthening of combat capabilities with a determination to reliably defend the security of the country and the happiness of the people, and have a picture taken with them. Respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un put forward the important task to further complete the artillerymen's preparations for counteraction.
Respected Kim Jong-un received a gift from Neil Forbes Davidson, senator from the British Labour Party, on a visit to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The senator handed a gift to Cha Tae-bok, chairman of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK, on the 23rd, requesting him to convey it to respected Kim Jong-un.
Foreign military attaches corps in the DPRK sent a floral basket and congratulatory letter to respected Kim Jong-un, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army and the Supreme Leader of the Workers' Party of Korea and the Korean people, on the occasion of the 82nd anniversary of the heroic Korean People's Army. Hassan Reza Husseini, military attaché to the Embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran, who is doyen of the corps, conveyed them to Chang Jong-nam, Minister of the People's Armed Forces, on the 23rd.
The Russian newspaper Patriot number 14 carried the famous work of the great leader President Kim Il-sung. Enhancing the role of the popular masses is the guarantee for victory in the cause of independence. The famous work of the great leader Kim Jong-il. Let us add brilliance to the great achievements of the respected leader Kim Il-sung and the famous work of respected Kim Jong-un. The great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our party and our people. The newspaper prints the photos of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and respected Kim Jong-un.
Respected Kim Jong-un's famous work, The Great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our party and our people, was recently published in book form by the Mitra Niaga Publishing House of Indonesia and the Amal Awail Publishing House of Libya. The publishing ceremony was held at the publishing house in Indonesia.
Seminars on the exploits of the great President Kim Il-sung took place in Russia, Nepal, and Uganda, a meeting in Havana of Cuba, and lectures, photo exhibitions, and film shows at the Indraprastha State School of India and in Algiers of Algeria on the occasion of the Day of the Sun, his birth anniversary. Displayed at the photo exhibition halls were photographs showing the immortal achievements of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Also on display were photos showing the invincible might of Sungun Korea. DPRK documentaries including The Arch of Triumph were screened at the film shows. Speakers at the event said the great President Kim Il-sung was the resuscitator of the Korean nation, founder of the immortal Chukchi idea, great veteran statesman, able victorious military strategist, and iron-willed brilliant commander, and praised his undying exploits for the Korean Revolution and the cause of global independence. Messages of greetings to respected Kim Jong-un were adopted at the seminars held in Russia and Nepal.
Foreign mass media featured the Day of the Sun. The April issue of the Chinese Hong Kong magazine International Link carried articles of different titles illustrated with photos of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and respected Kim Jong-un. In the article titled Eternal Son of Chukchi, the magazine said the world progressives are highly praising President Kim Il-sung, the founder of Socialist Korea, as the eternal son of Chukchi, and added that President Kim Il-sung, who opened up the era of independence and devoted his life to the cause of global independence, is alive in the hearts of all people forever. In the article titled Personality of a Popular Leader, the magazine said respected Kim Jong-un is writing a new history of love for the people. The April issue of the Bulgarian newspaper Iskra and the Thai newspaper Sinsan Daily on the 11th printed portraits of smiling Kim Il-sung and carried articles dealing with his sacred revolutionary life.
Foreign personages of different sections issued press statements on the occasion of the Day of the Sun. The Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress of Ghana said the great President Kim Il-sung brightly illumined the road to be followed by the world progressive people as well as the Korean people. He stressed that as His Excellency Kim Jong-un is carrying forward the path pioneered by President Kim Il-sung, the history of the sun will continue forever, and Korea will shine as a lasting beacon of hope of the peoples of African countries aspiring after independence. Head of the Department of the Political Faculty of University Damascus of Syria and the Vice Chairman of the France-Korea Friendship Association said President Kim Il-sung was a benevolent father who dedicated his all only to the country and the people until the last moment of his life. They expressed a belief that the Korean people will achieve great successes in the building of a proper socialist country under the wise leadership of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, who is admirably carrying forward the revolutionary cause of Turkey, pioneered by President Kim Il-sung and strengthened and developed by leader Kim Jong-il.
The 29th National Festival of Science and Technology opened at the Three Revolution Exhibition House in Pyongyang on Wednesday. The festival was held on the theme of the development of cutting-edge technology and combination of science and technology with production. It brought together ministries, national agencies, and over 180 organizations and scientists, technicians, and workers that proved successful at the festivals of science and technology of universities and provinces, municipalities. Present at the opening ceremony was Cha Tae-bok, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, officials concerned, scientists, technicians, Three Revolution team members, and working people.
The Ministry of the People's Armed Forces gave a reception on the 23rd on the occasion of the 82nd anniversary of the heroic Korean People's Army. Invited there were members of the foreign military attaché corps and diplomatic representatives of various countries in Korea. Present there were Kang Jong-nam, Minister of the People's Armed Forces, general officers and officers of the Korean People's Army.
The Central Committee of the Red Cross Society of the DPRK sent a message of sympathy to the South Korean Red Cross on the 23rd. The message expressed deep sympathy with the accident of the sunken passenger ship Sewol in the waters of Jindo, South Jeolla province on the 16th, in which a lot of passengers, including little school children, were dead or missing.
Neil Forbes Davidson, senator from the British Labour Party, and his companion visited the medium-riding class, the Power of the Church Idea, the Omnia Children's Hospital, the Moist Water Park, and other places.
Friendly sports games with top members of the Mongolian Embassy in Korea took place at the gymnasium of Kimcheok University of Technology in Pyongyang on Wednesday on the occasion of the 82nd founding anniversary of the Korean People's Army. Attending them were Park Kyung-il, Vice Chairman of the Korea-Mongolia Friends Association, Korean officers concerned, Trust Affairs Ad-Interim, Park Bayadin Jamshran, and staff members of the Mongolian Embassy.
The Committee for the Peaceful Reunification of Korea sent an open questionnaire to Park Geun-hye on Wednesday, asking her to give responsible answers to the questions as to whether she stands for the improvement of the North-South relations or seeks to escalate confrontation, and whether she wants reunification and peace against war. Recalling that NATO's long, clear resolve and throwing eagle war exercises for invading the North are over, but the South Korean authorities' confrontation with their compatriots and moves for a war against the North are going on, and their anti-reunification hysteria under the signboard of unification is flooding the nation and dictating the world. The questionnaire went on. It means confrontation of the social system means one side swallowing up the other side and the latter being followed up by the former. The showdown which is bound to lead to a war. Does she want this? Park seems to call for the confrontation of the social system, mistaking Korea for Germany. This is a daydream which will never come true. The confrontation of the social system precisely means the war. But really stand for the war? Sure. But don't have the face to talk about confidence-building process while desperately pursuing the policy for confrontation with fellow countrymen. When she met the head of the state of a foreign country, she talked rubbish that the North should be made to change. And if 100 attempts to bring it down fail, 101 attempts should be made to succeed. Does this mean the confidence-building process on the lips of bugs? Confrontation and confidence can never go together. What does she choose between the two? 3. What is the difference between the North policy of the present South Korean regime and Lee Myung-bak's watchword, no nukes opening and $3,000? Bashir wished to drive the North-South relations to a catastrophe, just as Trader Lee did. That is blustering that she is fully ready to ensure security of the social system in the North and support its economy in cooperation with the international community. Once the North dismantles its nukes, it's certain the issue of the North's nukes is a stumbling block lying in the way of making arrangements for the era of unification. But the claim that the North should dismantle its nukes first is nothing different from the above-said word of Lee. To insist on the issue of the North's nukes as regards the inter-Korean relations is little short of denying the process to mend the relations. That should explicitly clarify her stance, whether to persistently bedevil the North-South relations by following the above-said watchword or to opt for repairing the relations. 4. As was reported to have said, the building of a world without nuclear weapons should start on the Korean Peninsula. Then, is she willing to see the station with outside forces not starting nuclear war drills in South Korea with the U.S. nuclear war hardware involved? The DPRK proposed turning the Korean Peninsula into a nuclear-free zone long ago. It is none other than the United States and the South Korean Popular Forces that have staged not-capped nuclear war exercises against the North by introducing more than 1,000 nuclear weapons, turning South Korea into the world's biggest nuclear arsenal in utter disregard of the North's offer. Nevertheless, started finding fault with the North's nuclear deterrent for self-defense while keeping mum about the U.S. nukes for aggression. This is indeed sheer fascism. The U.S. nuclear personnel and war drills targeting the North are the root cause of the escalating tensions on the Korean Peninsula and the worsened inter-Korean relations. But she did not talk what she has to as regards the U.S. nukes and make a bold decision to put an end to North-targeted nuclear war drills staged together with the United States. To this end, is she willing to announce the cancellation of all depleting Guardian drills scheduled to be staged again between August and September? 5. Can Buck make a decision to pull down the concrete wall built by the U.S. regime in the area south of the military demarcation line to demolish the barrier between the North and the South and abolish security law? The concrete wall dividing the Korean Peninsula into two parts is a barrier of division and confrontation conceived by Park Seung-hee after visiting the Berlin Wall during his visit to the then West Germany 50 years ago. The ill-famed security law on anti-reunification fascist law is also a barrier of distrust, social and cultural barrier, and the factor of severance and isolation, as it is meant to antagonize compatriots and freeze the bonds between the North and the South. If the Korean nation is truly to usher in a new era of peaceful reunification, it is imperative to pull down the barriers of confrontation against reunification, the leftover of the outdated Cold War in the last century, as early as possible. Can Buck make such a decision? 6. That Buck thinks the aid to women in pregnancy and malnourished children has de-escalated tensions and improved the inter-Korean relations. The aid to women in pregnancy and malnourished children started by her is an insult and mockery of the people in the DPRK, including children and women, who receive the greatest special benefits as the king of the country and its followers, thanks to the great politics of love for the people. If the inter-Korean relations are to be mended, it is necessary to defuse the acute political and military confrontation. The DPRK in the historic Memorial Address clarified an important principle stance on improving the inter-Korean relations. Does Buck have the willingness to accept the proposal and appeal of the DPRK, though belatedly, not pretending ignorance of them? 7. It is self-contradiction to talk about non-governmental organizations' exchange and cooperation while totally blocking the inter-Korean relations, isn't it? he specifically claims on May 24th of Station Munich to be over the inter-Korean relations. This is as foolish an act as tarnishing her image and binding her hands and feet by herself. This behavior only gives the impression that she is just the same confrontation element as Lee Myung-bak. There is neither reason nor pretext whatsoever for her to keep the long bankrupt May 24th text in force any longer. Does Bak have the willingness to leave the text? 8. Is it more urgent to turn the hot spots around the 5 islands in the West Sea into peace waters than to build a world peace park in the demilitarized zone? The urgent issue along the military demarcation line to be settled by the North and the South in actuality is to turn hot spots around the 5 islands in the West Sea into peace waters. If Bak has a plan to turn the military demarcation line area into peace zone, she should pay attention to this issue first of all. Does Bak have intention to turn the hot spots around the 5 islands in the West Sea into peace waters? 9. Who is the arch-criminal violating the agreement on stopping the sale campaign and escalating tensions on the Korean Peninsula through political and military provocation? The South Korean authorities now claim that the DPRK is violating the agreement made at the North-South high-level contact and slandering the South. This is just like a guilty party filing a suit first. It is none other than the South Korean authorities and Bak herself who are slinging mud at the DPRK. Does Bak have the face to grumble that the North is working on the promise to halt the smear campaign and provocation? 10. Does Bak have the willingness to respect and implement the historical July 4th joint statement, June 2nd joint declaration, and October 4th declaration? These are the great programs and landmarks for national reunification common to the nation. It's Bak ready to show her will to respect and implement them belatedly. If Bak has a sincere stand to promote the confidence between the North and the South and open the door for peace and reunification, she should give correct answers to the solemn questions put by the DPRK on behalf of the EU and the nation in the eyes of all fellow countrymen and the whole world, pondering over them, the questionnaire stressed, adding, the prospect for the inter-Korean relations entirely depends on the attitude of Park Geun-hye.
The press statement of a spokesman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the DPRK issued as regards the slated visit to Asia by the U.S. President Obama was reported on April 21st by the China News Service, the Chinese Internet homepages People's Network, Reference News Network, and China Network, the Russian Ideltas and Internet homepage Yauna Time, the Iranian Fars News Agency, the Japanese Global News and NHK, the British newspaper Telegraph, and the Spanish EFE News Agency. And that's the end of the news, read by Kim Hyun-ok and Che Jong-nam. This is Voice of Korea. Now here's the main cast. Long live General Listener Kim Il-sung. should defend General Kim Jong-un at the cost of our lives. Now you will hear the song. Now you will enjoy the song in male solo of Choi Sang-jun, the Korean musician in the United States.
Lovely spring, oh my beauty swallow, back from south again, building the underneath the roof of happiness, still singing in happy chorus. How beautiful this land, how lovely this land. Singing in your best voice, there's no better place than our home land. This is alone with a joyful sound, flying over the fields, resting above trees, singing and singing happy chorus. This land,
a Korean song Because This Land Is Good, sung by a Korean musician in the United States. This is Voice of Korea. Please listen to a female trio. Arms are the button of revolution. Please appreciate the female solo in Pyeongchang, Shinyoung's I Fight to Defend Thee. Here is Tanfosala, Army Post in spring. conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.